You're listening to 30 Pounds Down, where losing weight is simplified with healthy habits. I'm Glenda Hill, a nurse-turned-holistic nutritionist. Let's go to the show.
Welcome, my faith sister. You know, for years, I thought it was okay to eat prepackaged health foods. After all, it was health foods. I was believing that it was a convenient and healthy choice, but it turns out that it wasn't. I was missing out on essential nutrients, and that triggered overeating. When you don't consistently provide your body with the essential nutrients, that contributes to feelings of irritability, stress, and anxiety. And I had all of that. So to alleviate these types of negative feelings, what do? Well, people generally turn to food to soothe these negative emotions and just to alleviate these feelings. And more often than not, what we would do is reach for those foods that are less nutritious or don't have any nutritional value at all. And that's even worse, right? So realize that your body yearns for nutrition that it lacks. For example, low magnesium levels can lead to cravings for chocolate. And you know, I could never figure out why I wanted to have chocolate so much. The taste isn't really all that great. You know, people put in their sugar and they put the palm oil and, you know, they just try to make it taste better with different flavorings. But there are better sources of magnesium. But I just couldn't figure out, why did I always want to eat chocolate? And so the ideal here is that your body's going to yearn for those nutrients that it's lacking. And so the key to changing that type of dynamic in your life, it might be a cycle in your life that you're noticing. Well, to change that kind of dynamics in your life, just prioritize nutrient-rich foods and avoid the foods that have no nutritional value. So, my friend, I hope you can see, just by what I've shared so far, how fueling the body with consistent nutrition is going to help you to eliminate cravings and overeating. I hear so many misconceptions about healthy food is boring and flavor is lacking. I want to make it known that God don't make junk. God is a God of quality, and He wants us to eat the very best. And He has provided the very best for us. The scriptures tell us to eat seed-bearing fruits, herbs of the field, nuts, grains, and seeds. If you don't like these types of foods, then consider how you are cooking. What are your methods? Because it's the preparation and cooking methods that can influence the taste of the fruits and the vegetables and the textures. Yeah, improper cooking methods or overcooking can ruin the flavor and the textures of whole foods. For example, okra or eggplant may have textures that some people don't like, and I raise my hand to that. But if you cook these foods right, and by right, I mean not overcook them, not undercook them, and then you want to, of course, add the complementary seasonings, all of this is cooking it right. You will enjoy them so much more. To give you some ideas about cooking methods, I use an Instant Pot to cook my beans and to steam my potatoes and squashes, and I bake my brown rice in a toaster oven. Air frying and using a dehydrator, they're also fantastic methods. All of these cooking methods ensure quality nutrition and delicious flavors. And when it comes to that dehydrator, wow, that really does intensify flavors. It concentrates the flavors. The problem with prepackaged health foods is that they contain additives, artificial flavorings, preservatives, and hidden sugars that increase the calorie content of that food. Realize that pre-packed leads to overeating. All right, keep drilling that in your mind. Now, if you really want to make a go of this and how to make healthy weight loss foods taste good, and this is a fast kickstart method, the fastest way to make healthy food taste more appealing is by fasting for a day or two. After just 1 day of fasting, I noticed a significant improvement in how the food tasted. And it was a surprise because it was not just the way the flavors seemed to be more fresh and crisp on my tongue, but even the aroma, the smell of the food was so much more appealing. So I felt like my taste bud went through a process of a complete reset. And so this simple 1 day fasting, it worked wonders for me. So I want to encourage you, try it. If you don't mind fasting for a day or two, just try it and see how your taste buds will change. It will improve how you feel about foods, how they taste, and how they smell. Now, let's get into some practical things that you can do to make healthy weight loss foods taste good. Your pantry and your refrigerator are the front lines in the battle of overeating. And also, they're your allies in creating nutritious, delicious meals. So I want you to stock up on quality, nutritious foods and supplies and ingredients so that you can set yourself up for success. This is also going to help you to combat 2 misconceptions. The first one is people are thinking and believing that healthy foods lack flavor. We've already talked about how that happens and what you can do about it, right? We know that that's not true. And the second misconception is that convenience foods is the only path to fast and easy weight loss. Well, that's not true either. What you need to do is create a faith-filled pantry. That's right. You want to trust in God by eating the foods that He provided. And He continues to provide for us, right? He said that as long as earth shall last, there will be seed time and harvest. So we can believe that God is continually providing foods for us to eat. And what you want to do is make sure you have them in your pantry, in your refrigerator, and your freezer, okay? So have in your pantry fruits and vegetables, nuts, whole grains, and seeds. And you want to have natural sweeteners like honey and maple syrup. You want olive oil that is cold pressed, right? And sea salt that has the minerals in it, that has a lot of the minerals that the body needs in that salt. So you want sea salt. And for convenience sake, stock up on some frozen fruits and vegetables. Yeah, stock up on canned beans and vegetables and fruits, but make sure it's in water and not syrup. You can also get the beans and the soups and vegetables and fruits in jars, okay? And that's the best, get it in a jar. But make sure it's in water and not in syrup. Isn't it wonderful that we have access to these convenience foods that are also very healthy for us and will not rob our bodies of the nutrients that it needs? Because when you're lacking the nutrients, the body is going to pull them from other areas of your body to try to meet the need. And so you want to always supply your body with good nutrition. All right, so buy whole grain flour for baking bread and for baking your flatbreads and your cakes and things. You want to use whole grain flour instead of the white flour, which is stripped of all the nutritional value. Remember, we're supposed to eat the herbs of the field, so don't forget to keep a variety of maybe dried herbs and spices for flavor. But make sure it doesn't have any added salt, okay? Some of these spice blends, they do have added salt, and you don't want that. So in essence, my sister, you want to create meals that are filled with the foods that God has provided so that you can eliminate the cravings and overeating. Just focus on fueling your body with love. You love God and you are grateful to Him to have this body that He's given us to use for sharing our gifts and talents and skills and being a light in the world. So we want to express thanks and take care of our body as the temple of the Holy Spirit, right? So focus on fueling your body with love and faith and flavor. Thank you for listening to 30 Pounds Down. If you liked what I shared with you today, please share it with someone you love. If you haven't already, subscribe and tune in each week for more talk on Christian weight loss, whole health, and strong faith. Peace to you and have a great day.